Hello. So today I got my living DNA sampling kit in. My brother got it for me. The first thing I did when I opened it up, first I made sure everything was in there, but there's a little activation number. So the first thing I did was I went through and did that. And you can see I actually went through all the activation already. It asks you to verify that you understand that this is not for medical purposes. I mean, this is your ancestry. This is genetics, not medical diagnosis. Although out of your genes, obviously, they can find some stuff. But this is not considered a medical diagnostic exam. So it makes you acknowledge that. Then it will have you actually go through, and you don't have to, but you can put in some of your family like history. So I put my mother in there and my maternal grandparents and my paternal grandparents and so on and so forth. So any of that information that you do have, you can put in or you cannot. So that, my kit is now active. So before you do anything, you should activate your kit, because if you send this in and you haven't activated, what are they going to do with it? Like, they can't. This is how you get your results, for one thing. And for another, they won't know who the DNA actually belongs to. So if you flip through the little book, it gives you very specific, like there's a little intro, explains everything that is in your box, so you can make sure you do have everything. Once again, you know, it's not genetic, it's just for ancestry purposes. It does ask that before you ever take the swab, your mouth needs to be clean and not have like a bunch of food. So you don't want to like eat your dinner and then immediately take the swab, because then instead of cheek cells, you're going to be sending them dinner cells. So it's actually been probably 3.5, almost 4 hours. Yeah, it's time for me to stand up. So since I had lunch, so you know, I had water, brushed my teeth, all that good stuff. So my mouth is nice and prepared. It does list the steps very, like, I mean, there's pictures and everything. You kind of can't really mess this up. So it comes with your swab. The one thing I do want to point out is that they used to use a 2-swab system. Now they use a 1-swab system. So basically, I'm going to take this swab and I'm going to swirl it around my cheeks in an anti-clockwise, so counterclockwise, technically, fashion for about 30 to 45 seconds. And then without letting it touch anything else, it's literally just going to touch my cheeks. And gather cheek cells. It's going to go back into this tube, and then on this little specimen bag there is a sticker. So I'm going to take that sticker off. I am going to attach it right here on the smooth portion of the white little test tube. I'm going to make sure that's all sealed up nicely. I'm going to put it in this pretty little specimen bag right there. I'm going to seal that up. I am going to place that in this mailer. And since I am coming from the United States, I'm just going to pop this in the post, and there's nothing else that I have to do. If you are, of course, overseas, then you will have to put a customs sticker on there. I'm sorry, I'm not really sure how that works, because I've never had to do that. So, but if you are from United Kingdom or somewhere else, chances are you know how to do a custom sticker. I know in the instructions it says something about signing it, making sure it's on the outside of your package before it goes out. That way it can be processed properly. So, I mean, that's it. It's pretty straightforward. It's a 1-swab system instead of a 2. So 30 to 45 seconds in my clean cheeks, pop it in the bag, pop it in the other bag, and throw it in the post. Alright, so here's the swab. I've already opened it. So now I'm just gonna pop this out of here. I'm going to swirl it in an anti-clockwise motion on my cheek to gather cells for about 30 to 45 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is slightly awkward. I apologize. It's very awkward. But here we go. 40 seconds of me swabbing my cheeks. Okay, and then, without touching anything else, I'm going to just pop it back in there, click it shut, that's it. That's my pretty little test. Very glamorous. So, I'm going to put this little sticker on my swab. Okay, so my little sticker is on my swab. Pop it in here, pop it in the big bag, and then I'm just going to throw it in the post to go out tomorrow. Just an FYI, the tube is the exact length, and it drives me nuts because it's not straight. But that's just because I'm ridiculous about things like that, and that drives me insane. So, yep, glad I don't have to look at that very long. Okay, so that's it. It's all sealed up, ready to go. That was incredibly simple. And the website itself is pretty straightforward. So it kind of shows you, you know, kit activated. Make sure it says kit activated before you send this thing out. Or if you send it out, make sure you activate it before they get it. Otherwise, like I said, they can't really do your test. So I think it said in 10 to 12 weeks I will be able to hit that button and actually see something pretty interesting. So I'm excited for that because I know that there's going to be some things that come up that I didn't exactly expect. Because I don't really know a whole lot of my family history. So I'm pretty excited to see what this thing comes up and says about my genetic history. But and the portal's pretty easy to activate, or to navigate. There we go. So alright, that's pretty much it. I'm excited to send this out and find out what it has to say.